Okay, guys, so officially, good evening. My name is Solon. I am your host tonight. I'm here on TNT since March of this year, so it's always a pleasure to be here with you guys. So, especially tonight, we are going to talk about, let me just see because I totally forgot, responsible consumption, okay? But before we start, I'd like to explain how Change works for you guys that are here in the meeting and for you guys that are on YouTube watching us. So let me ask you, is there someone here for the first time? I think I don't know Bruno. I don't know Rodrigo either. Is it your first time here, guys? No?
My first time with you, Solo.
Okay, that's good, Bruno. What about you, Rodrigo? The same?
It's my second time in platform. I participated yesterday, the first. So I will try like work this method.
Okay, that's really, really nice to hear. So I'm going to explain for you guys that are new here and for you guys on YouTube how Centi works. So basically, Centi is a conversation platform for beginner, intermediate, and advanced English speakers. I'm going to remind you guys, this is not a class, this is just a place where you can speak up, okay? How does it work? I bring a topic, especially tonight, we're going to talk about I forgot again, responsible consumption, okay? And yes, this is the topic. We are going to have a few questions about this topic, and we are going to discuss about it. Our philosophy here on TNT is speak up, okay? Be respectful and speak as much as you can. So don't be shy, okay? TNT is a safe space, and I really would like to hear you speaking up. So as you can see, we are live on YouTube, and if you want to have access to classes or more conversations like this in other languages, you just need to go to talkandtalk.com.br. Okay, so let's start introducing ourselves. You already know me. I'm Solon, so I'm just like to get to know you guys. Let's start with you, Rodrigo. It's your second time here on the platform. Just go ahead, say your name, where are you from, and how did you get here on TNT? Go.
I'm Rodrigo. I live in Blumenau, Santa Catarina. I have been studying English for 3 years, a little bit. So to my goals is to live abroad. In this moment, I am studying for IELTS texts. So because that, I need to improve my speak English because I have a little difficulty about this ability.
Okay, that's good. And how did you get here? You saw a post on social media, someone invited you. How did you get to know this project?
I know because a friend of mine show me this method. So let's
Okay,
let's
that's
see let's see how it work.
okay, that's amazing. So be welcome. I hope you enjoyed the conversation tonight. And let's go ahead. Let's talk to you, Gustavo Marques. Say your name, where are you from? How did you get here?
Yeah, I'm Gustavo. I'm 26 years old. I live in Bragança, countryside of São Paulo State. I work with IT. I've been on Talk and Talk since I think July, I think so. And I know Talk and Talk by a friend as well. Show me platform, and since I'm here, I really like it, the method, and like to speak up and learn new stuff with others.
Okay, that's really good. Thank you very much, Gustavo. Let's hear from you, Bruno Santana. Say your name, where are you from? How did you get here?
So, guys, I'm Bruno, and today I live in Foz do Iguaçu, Paraná, and I'm here to learn and improve my English because I think it's best important for everything. So that is it.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And what about you, Herbert?
Herbert. I know I'm living in São Paulo. I work in consultant company. I know TNT, I think for LinkedIn probably.
Okay, that's good. Social media has a great impact on TNT because it's an open platform, so we try to share as much as we can. And we have you, Charles. Please, how did you get here, man? Where are you from?
Oh, long time. Maybe when TNT born, I guess, from one ad or from one information on the Duolingo
Community?
community. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Actually my English come from Duolingo. I everything there I know uh today nowadays. It's nothing, but it's a little bit. It's from Duolingo, and I my material, my phone time, it's Duolingo and TNT only. And I would like to know hello for Bruno Santana, locutor voice. Good to
Oh,
see you,
again,
man.
Charlie. Me
Yeah,
too.
that's it. I'm Charles Lopes, 43 years old, married to Doris. Nowadays, I live in Calgary, Canada, but I was born in Brasilia, 8 years of this furacão nowadays. And like I said, I have been here in TNT since maybe November or before the last year, but not too often because I don't have too much time. I start to be more often from April, March this year because I had a goal to come to Canada, and now I'm here, and I keep this meeting not too often because here that time it's a little bit different. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much, Charles. I'd like to hear from you, Andre Faria. Please say your name. How did you get here? Where are you from?
Hello, good night. I am André Farias. I'm from Fortaleza, Ceará, and I have 21 years old, and I work with technology. I am developer.
Okay, that's good. And how did you get here? Someone sent you the link, you found on social media. How did it work for you?
Uh, I using so much LinkedIn and Instagram.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. As I told you guys, social media plays a big role here on TNT, so it's always good if you can just share and talk to your friends and your community. It's going to be an amazing thing for us. So, guys, I'm going to send the questions here on our chat. Andre, you just got here, but tonight we are talking about responsible consumption. Okay, I sent the questions here. If you see the questions on the chat, please give me thumbs up. Okay, thank you, Gustavo. So let's start with the first one. I'd like to start with you, Rodrigo. Would you say you care about the environment? Rodrigo Ferreira.
Could you repeat, please?
Yeah, sure. It's question number one. Would you say you care about the environment?
Environment for me is, I don't know, like say that English because I respect the environment. For me is the best things in more important of the world because that we have the airport, we have the I don't know, like say flora e fauna no caso, né? But so because that we have a control about the hot or cold times. So in special, I like spend the time in natures. For me is complicated describing how I love this environment, how I love the nature, the tree, the plants, the animals. I think it'd be terrible when someone mm, destroy destroy the environment. For me, is rivers, and important because the water. So, in my point of view, this in general, without environment, without the nature, the peoples is not exist.
Okay, good. Guys, just to let you know, my connection is a little bit bad, so if I fall, just keep going, okay? But I hope it doesn't happen. Let's go with you, Gustavo. Would you say you care about the environment? What's your opinion
Yeah,
about that?
I would say yes. I think, like Rodrigo said, it's really important. We are living here because of the environment, uh, and we need to take care more of this environment, the rivers, the forest, and the others. Uh, so we need to learn a little bit more about the environment because we always taking things out and not replace the stuff. Uh, yeah, and try to be more consume less, like the total topic of that, because in the future it's gonna be a big problem. It's already a big problem for us with the climate change, uh, a lot of hot weather in the times that decisions that's not to be hot, and we see a lot of problems in Europe and Brazil as well. But right now in Europe, I think 1 or 2 months ago, there's a lot of big problem with hot weather and people dying, and unfortunately, I think that's gonna happen more and more. Unfortunately,
Okay, thank you. Let's hear from Bruno Santana. What do you think, Bruno? Would you say you care about the environment?
So it's very important for everyone. Then for me, it's I think in my day, I don't see good opportunity or something that all people make it for help this problem, like the following and then other problems like destroy the environment. So I think it's very important, and I hope you one day help you more in this case.
Okay, that's really good. Let's hear from you, Herbert. Herbert Toyota. Would you say you care about the environment?
I think it's very important. Environment, the river, the forest. But to say the truth, I don't not a pair that cares a lot on the environment. Like I won't be hypocrisies. Like I don't have actions that preserve the environment. I
Okay, okay. Yes, this is what we see in our lives, you know, because most of the time we are like working and living our lives and taking care of our families. And the most we do is like, I don't know, maybe trying to separate the garbage we produce, like plastic and organic and things like that. But it's hard to do something like actively. But let's hear from you, Charles. Would you say you care about the environment?
At first, I would like to say congrats for Herbert. I think your sincerity is important, and I think we should rethink our behavior face to environment. Uh, what I can tell for you, I spent more than 60 years working one governmental agência in the Pará States, called Secretaria Estadual do Meio Ambiente do Estado do Pará. And I'm married with a environmental engineer. So this topic, it's in my life a long time, and yeah, I learned to take care or have some acts or some things that care about the environment. And yeah, I think I don't do the enough. I would like to do more, but I do my best for take care of the environment. Yeah, and
Okay.
I like this for Herbert because this the most part of the person that I know, they talk outside of the month, but they don't do nothing, and unfortunately, that's it, I guess.
Okay, nice. I believe André, did you answer this one? I don't think so.
No, yes, I think it's very important to take care of nature because we all need it. Even though we usually don't give it the necessary attention. And I think it.
Okay, nice. We can see here that most of us are we care about the environment, but it's kind of hard to do something like in an active way. So that bring us to the second question, and I'd like to start with you, Albert. What is responsible consumption in your opinion? Do you know what it is about?
Let me see. Responsible consumption is to eat the consumption that you need goods, not not in excess. The resource of everything, nature, consumption of food. For example, foods. If you eat food and get out, let how can I say deixar sobras na comida,
To have
Leftovers.
leftovers, exactly.
leftover foods. So you are losing food. You are desperdicing. How can I say?
Wasting food.
You are wasting food that you could eat in another time. That the restaurant can uh, save foods for for other people. So responsible consumption is the consumption that you need to be regular with you, not in excess.
Okay, interesting. Let's hear from you, Gustavo, please. What's responsible consumption in your opinion? What do you know about it?
In my opinion, is when you buy just stuff that you really need to use. So do not buy a lot things. You're not gonna be a accumulate person that buy and buy and buy and not do nothing with that and just accumulate it. And like Herbert said about food as well, uh, not to buy a lot of food that you don't gonna eat that and like just one person, so you don't need to buy a lot of food because in the end of the week you're not gonna eat all of that and you're gonna miss this food. So that's a problem. I know that in the Rio de Janeiro, I saw a new that there is a app that they create like that's a good thing. They create an app that when in the supermarket is the fruits and the food in general is start is not out of the date but almost out of the date, so like it's gonna it's valid until the next week, so they put in the app this food and the price is lesser than normal, so you're not gonna miss this food, so the people can buy that for less price and they can eat a good food at night. And the point that not to miss that.
Okay, really interesting. Now let's hear from you, Charles. You've worked so long in the
Yeah, man.
environment.
Yeah, it's the responsibility for everything that you use, resource that you use, and in my humble opinion, it's the key for stop a lot of things. in this contest. I think it's a step that everyone can do for stop our action to kill the planet, I guess. Yeah. When we talk about environment, when we talk about pollution, we think in a lot of things, but we don't think about consumption. And consumption, that's exactly this. One thing there you can do for save the nature, so save the environment, all right? Preserve the environment. And consumption, it's in general, fossil fuel and energy, water, foods, clothes, electronics, I guess, all right? And everything that you use, you is responsible, you are responsible for your use, and you should take care if you don't use too much resource from the nature. I think that's it to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's hear from you, Bruno. I believe Bruno Santana.
So I totally agree with the guys here. I mean, to complete it, I think it is important you consume natural foods, and I remember now my day when I eat some product that had a lot of I don't know what to say, but embalagens. So I think the packaging about this some property. I think it's necessary a growth in this area at the industry, because it's the best problem of the lot of trash on our roads. So I think that it's for me.
Okay, nice. And you, André Farias, what do you think is responsible consumption?
I think consuming only what is necessary without exaggeration or things that will spoil quickly, and always be conscious in your purchase.
Okay. And you, Rodrigo, what do you think? Rodrigo Ferreira.
Is responsible consumption is we can talk about a lot of things. I agree with the guys because we need to buy clothes, we need to buy foods, we need to buy everything is necessary if you just use. But for example, when I was younger, I I would say I could say about the drink because I was a guy about the enjoy a lot of parties. So I I spend a lot of money in parties in drinks. So this is I learning about the time. So nowadays I don't buy beer. I don't buy food. I don't buy clothes. If I don't if I gonna use it there to in for example in grocery in supermarket I look use the box for putting the things inside because
Nice.
when you use the one bag you will jogar fora. I don't know
Throw away.
for when. So
Yes.
thi- this is this is this is bad for the environment, for example. So responsible conceptions is a general question. It's complicated about.
Okay, nice. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to go straight to number 4. Okay. In your opinion, what's the main cause of water waste in cities? Let's go with you, Gustavo. What do you think? It's question number 4.
Uh, I'm gonna say the government in general need to have more campaigns, education about that, because there are a lot of bad things that happen that you see, like people clean the garden, the garage with water. I don't know how to say that. I think he garden hose, mangueira,
Yeah.
and there's like I don't know paper on the floor, and the people you can get the paper with your hand and put it in the trash and clean out. They get the hose and put the finger there just to pull aside and in the end of the go to the street and that's a bad thing that happened. So I think education about the not lose water, not the time that's spent in the shower, uh, better tips and better manners to use to clean stuff like clothes, your doing the dishes and stuff like that. In how to reuse the water. Maybe you can reuse like the rainwater for those, I don't know, the garden. You can clean the garden or some flowers. What you have that. Uh, so I think the main thing that it's gonna help a lot is education in the community and to make action as well. Like teaching them how to do that. I believe that step by step, people by people, person by person, and small steps gonna change the environment and be a better place.
Okay, really nice, really nice. Let's hear from you, Andre Farias.
The fourth question.
Yes, in your opinion, what's the main cause of water waste in cities?
Mm, Mismanagement of this those responsibility in the government, together with the lack of awareness of the people in general, who end up wasting a lot of water.
Okay, yes, yes. Oh, really, really nice your answer. I really liked that. Let's hear from you, Herbert. What do you think?
Sorry, what question?
It's question number 4. In your opinion, what's the main cause of water waste in cities?
Uh, I think many things because not cities, but the agriculture use a lot of water,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
true.
essential. I'm not saying that's our necessary waste, but we don't have another way to produce foods without water. So and sometimes on I don't uh we we waste we use some consumption in excess water,
Okay, yes.
like if you take a shower is very good, of course, to make in some minutes on uh, down on the water. It's good, but of course we know that sometimes we pass out the time. It's like a wash a wash that you can a shower that you can do in 5 minutes, you do in 10, 15 minutes. And if you do and take a shower, you waste a lot of water. And I think that when you descarga, it's
Yeah.
consuming a lot of water. So of course we in this case we don't have much to just to press the button. We don't have another button to reduce the water in this case.
Okay, interesting, interesting. And I believe Charles. What about you, man?
I could not agree more with Andre because for me,
Yes.
his answer was
Perfect.
amazing. Summarize well. Thank you for bringing. I will watch in YouTube 3 or 4 times your answer because for me it's crazy good, crazy good. And thank
Okay.
you, Herbert, because he bring one good discussion about the agriculture consumption. The question is from the city, but I'm an agriculture engineer. I was born and I grew up in this environment my entire life, but I could not agree with you too. Agriculture, it's the most biggest wasted water on the planet, and we should take care about this. That's it, I guess.
Okay, nice. Rodrigo, did you answer this one? I don't think so.
No. So in my city, there are two water sources in the downtown.
Yes.
So is about 2-3 years ago, they they was one continuous one desperdiçando água. I don't know, desperdiçando.
Waste.
Wastewater. So for one milagro, the major turn off these these saucers. So because that the peoples in general are more conscient. So uh, you you almost don't see people's washing the car, washing is because the major. So everyone saw the something good for the city because that the taxes diminuiu
Decrease.
degrees. So this was good for the city.
Okay, that's nice. Let's move on to the next question then. I believe everybody answered this one. So let's go straight to number 5. Do you use reusable products and how? Can you give examples? Let's start with you, Bruno. Bruno Santana, number 5.
Well, yes, some products, especially because my daughter, I don't know what to say, my second daughter,
Okay.
he have some problem with some, especially some proteins, and she have a little problem with the protein of the milk and another things. I don't remember especially name in English, but today I need to buy all products organic, because especially in my day, in my life, and my wife too. Today I see the most important, you to have a product organic, because she maybe eats some products that have a contaminated, I don't know what to say, ingredients in English, have a little problem, because she put the off the mouth. She said because this problem to make it bad for her. So I think it's today I I take care more about this case, because it's important don't make it's important in your life and for her. So my case, that is it. It's my example.
Okay, nice. Bruno talked about eating more natural things and etc. because of his daughter's health problem. But what about you, Gustavo? Do you use reusable products? Can you give examples?
Yeah, some products we can reusable. And the classic one for us at least is the PET. You know, we
Yeah,
put water in
that's
the in the refrigerator for us to drink. I have one here. And other stuff that you can reuse is the banana skin. You can do some recipe with that. Uh, that's not so good, but it's okay. You can eat it. It's not like meat, but yeah, it's nice. And you can recycle other stuff like uh, I don't know how to say it. The can of
yes.
the refrigerator and the beer and stuff like that. But the most that we use is like the pet, the plastic pet, and the plastic the bag, uh, and some reusable with some fruits. Yeah.
Okay, nice, nice. And you, Rodrigo, do you use reusable products? Can you give some examples?
I I in general I use the products naturals. I try take in the eu não sei como é que fala feira em inglês.
In the fair?
Isso. And it is helped because in supermarkets there are a lot of bags, a lot of packs in recyclable. But when I live, is not common the people's do the reciclagem. I don't know. So this point is complicated in my city, but I try in my house levar take a recipient for the place and for reutilizar o que eu tenho em casa no caso. I don't know
Okay.
like said this.
Okay, that's good. That's interesting. And you, Charles, do you use reusable products there?
Yeah, I need to agree with Gustavo. In Brazil, we don't have too much options. It's limited, I guess, and reusable things come from papers and plastic, the majority in Brazil. But now here in Calgary, we have more options, and here the things work well, so much well. It's not perfect, I guess, but work much better. Like we can buy a lot of things in reusable stores, like clothes. I arrived here 2 months ago, and we can buy every clothes and every stuffs from house in reusable houses or store, and it's perfect. Heater, how I can say microondas, I forgot, but it's okay. Microwave, yeah, it's easy, but and a lot of things we can buy, and it's perfect. Here work well, and a lot of things, and here it's good because on the supermarket have stamps, and you can choose, and it's a little bit different, yeah. But I agree with Gustavo. In Brazil, we don't have too much option, and we only buy reusable plastic and papers, I guess.
Okay, interesting. And you, André, I think.
Yes, but I think not many. And for example, I using patch like Gustavo.
Yes.
And I think some reusable products are very expensive in Brazil.
Okay, nice. Let me see. Everybody answered this one. Am I right? Yes. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. It's about let's go straight to number 7, okay? How to reduce food waste at your house, at the industry, and etc. I'd like to start with, I don't know, André, please. How can we reduce the food waste? André Farias.
Okay, I think uh, uh, acho que de para quê aqui?
Don't worry, we can skip and then we can go back, okay?
Okay,
Okay, let's go with you, Charles. How can we
Yeah,
reduce
I
food
have
waste?
the answer in the end of my tongue. I don't have this answer. It's a tough one, and I can confess you, I manage well foods at my home. Yeah, I
Yes.
think we manage well long time ago because my wife is engineer, environmental engineer, so she know better than me. And at my home, that things work well. But the question about industry and in the other place, I cannot give this answer because yeah, we need to work on this much better than we do nowadays. Yeah, that's it, man.
Okay, nice. And what about you, Rodrigo? What do you think?
I learned to reduce food after I become father because because when you need to buy food and you have 2 kids, it's complicated because they they eat a lot. If you have a lot of food at home, eles não param de comer.
They don't
They
stop
are
eating.
they don't stop eating. So no nowadays I buy just necessary for the week. So
Okay.
that is helping me my financial too.
Yes,
And
it's
at
a good thing.
the yes, yes, and at the industry, I think be more complicated because when you, for example, if the company has 2,000 employees, for example, it's complicated for the company do food just for the necessary. I don't know, unnecessary for
Yeah.
the. I forgot the word.
Enough. Enough.
Yes, is the food enough for the 2,000 people, for example. So in general, I think it be always jogar fora. I don't
Problem.
know.
Okay. Okay. Let's hear from Bruno.
Uh,
Bruno Santana.
So, like Rodrigo said, me too. I learned with my daddy when I young. She always talks for me, don't waste the food, and so I learn about this, and today I tell to my daughters, especially my first daughter. She is 10 years old, and I say to her, don't waste food, and especially in every moment or every place that I stay with her, when I eat something like with her. So like in the industry, I think it's necessary talk more about this because today have more rules to make something to the best for the community or not. So I think it's necessary to talk more about this, and I especially think that one day we will get more opportunity to care about this.
Okay, nice, nice. And let's go with you, Gustavo. You talked about that initiative in Rio de Janeiro about the app that when the food is close to the due date, like they send notification to people and they can buy it on a less expensive price. What else do you think we can do to reduce waste of food?
Mm, I think in our house, I know that it's more easy to say than to do that, but we need to manage our food because we need to see when it's gonna to uh, the due date, when it's gonna happen. And the thing is, when you know that, oh, it's close to the due date, maybe you can put in a box and give it to someone selling that you're telling that, oh, it's close to the due date, so you need to use it. I not be able to use it at that time, so if you want and if you're gonna use it, you can have it, so you're not gonna miss that food. Someone's gonna use it for good. And in the industry, I think that's a hard question because I know in restaurants, they can't give food for others. Like, oh, I know it's 3 p.m. and there's a lot of food in the kitchen, and I can do like the marmita, the plates, and
Yes.
give to others because you can get a judicial process sometimes because someone gets sick with the food. But I think that the government need to be more flexible with that because it was a food that, oh, 2 hours ago you were selling it, or 1 hour ago you were selling, but not right now because of the time anyone's gonna buy because it's past the lunchtime. So I don't know. I think the government have to make a new rules for that you can give for others. I don't know until how much time. Not to give like 2 weeks after that they're gonna give the food because I know that's gonna be sick for everybody. But I think that maybe a rule with that gonna help because I think in the end of the day there's a lot of food in the restaurant that gonna miss it and go to the trash, unfortunately.
Okay, really interesting about this point of the restaurants. I didn't think about that. And you, Andre, could you think about an answer?
Uh, I don't waste food, and I avoid it as much as possible, but at the home and outside.
Okay, very concise. That's nice. That's good. What about you, Herbert? Herbert Toyota.
Or reducing foods wasting.
Yeah.
I think the best way to reduce food waste that is when affect your money, because if the food is expensive, so probably you won't buy the food. Or when you buy the food, you will think that, oh, the food was expensive and you need to eat.
Okay, really nice. A different way of thinking, but I think it's kind of related to what Rodrigo said, like when you become a father, you don't waste a lot of food because kids eat a lot. So it's
Yeah.
interesting. Guys, our time is almost up, but I'm going to send here on our chat a link. This is a survey, okay? So if you want to suggest other topics, if you want to complain or to say thank you for the meeting, just click on the link. It's just one question long, and you can say your opinion about the meeting, if you like it, if you didn't like, if you want to change something, and etc. Okay. And other than that, I'd like to know how was the meeting for you tonight? Let's listen to you, Rodrigo, please. How was the meeting? Did you like the topic? Do you have any idea for other topic? Go ahead.
Was great because some words I don't know, so
Yeah.
I learning. The methodology for me is interesting because the real life is that there is no subtitles in the life,
Yeah.
so you need you need you need botar I don't know, colocar a cara a tapa.
To speak up.
De,
You need to speak up,
yeah,
man.
just pick up. If, for example, I saw the Charles is in Calgary, so each day is
Yeah.
probably this a real challenge. So the life is that. So just
Yeah.
just just keep it going.
Exactly. Let's hear from you, Charles. Did you like the meeting? Do you have any suggestion for other topic? Go ahead.
Oh man, for me it's amazing because I work in design many times. I will ask you why you choose this topic, because for me I think we should talk much more about the environment here in TNT. Like I said, I spent more than 1 year show my face here, and it's not too much times I listen about this topic, and I did a lot of suggestions because I think it's important for us talk every day. Like Herbert broke some interesting point about agriculture, wastewater. Andre give us a best answer here in this
Yes.
meeting, and for me that's it. I think we it's amazing, and yeah. Thank you
Okay.
for broke this topic.
Okay, that's nice. Just to let you know, guys, I brought this topic because I saw on one video on social media about one guy talking about waste of water, you know. So I thought, this is interesting. Let's talk about it. And well, the main idea here is to make you speak up and think about the topics we bring. So sometimes we get just going with our lives, you know, as I said before, we go to work, we take care of our families, and we don't think about this topic. So it's important to stop this 1 hour here in the middle of the night, of the middle of the weekend, just to think a little bit and practice our English. I hope you've enjoyed the conversation. The time is up, but well, come here more often. If you want to see more conversations like that, just go to talkandtalk.com. And well, folks, that's it. Don't forget to answer the survey and give me some suggestions, okay? See you. Bye bye. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.